Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to Tea Talk Thursday. Of course, we weren't here last week because it was Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping that you spent some quality time with your family. Now, not your extended family, but those family that live in your house you've already been around because we already know COVID, super spreader, all of that kind of stuff is going on. But as for me, I did have a really nice dinner with my immediate family, including my parents and my niece. It was great. It was different, but we made the very best of it. We were grateful and blessed to be together because, we're all safe and all of that kind of good stuff. I feel like I need some light. Yeah, that's better. But for those of you who don't know, my name is Tamika. I am the mouth of IG at Tamika Talks and the thought leader at Life and Pumps, where you'll find all things about me there. So if you've not already subscribed, followed, liked, and shared, please do that now so we can get more people to come in and chat with us. So Tea Talk Thursday is literally something that I kind of put together to be an organic conversation amongst friends. Sometimes you may come on and find me with a guest. Other times you may find me just here chatting with you guys. But I thought today was probably a good day for us to just do a check-in. It's the beginning of the month, and I want to remind you, if you have not already done your self-breast exam, please do so immediately. You can also do it while we're watching, provided you're in a private place, or if that's your thing and you're not in a private place, who am I to judge? Either way, please, please, please touch those boobs. Make it a part of your routine so you know what needs to be done. Before we begin, while I'm talking about touching the boobs, I want to ask for you guys to send up a special prayer, positive vibes, all of those type of things to my friend Jersey. I learned this morning that her cancer has progressed. Now, I don't know if you guys know her online. She is Jersey Baker. She runs an organization called Angel in Disguise, and she is a stage 4 breast cancer survivor. And I'm going to call her survivor because that's kind of what I feel like she is, despite the fact that she has this progression. She is always all over everything. Her motto is live life now. And if you know anything about her, this girl is a firecracker. Cancer, I tell you, cannot. Really totally just needs to leave her alone. Like, besides the fact that she's upbeat, she's always doing this. She does more in a day than most of us probably do in a week. Besides the fact that she is always supporting other breast cancer patients. She takes them to therapy, treatments, whatever it is they need. She's always doing big drives. So I just want to ask you guys today to please, please, please send up a special prayer for her. She starts her new round of treatment today, and I just want her to feel all the love. So Jersey, if you're watching this and if you get to see it on the replay, please know that I love you. And as always, I am sending you all the great positive vibes, juju that I have available inside. So thank you guys for doing that. I completely appreciate it. But we should definitely get started, and let's dive in. All right. So let me say hi to some people. Oh, EJ, I see you. Hello, hello. I'm glad to see that you had Thanksgiving with your immediate family. Thank you for those prayers. Hello, Sharon. Imagine that you're here and I just talked to you on the phone. How funny is that? Yes, Jersey, I'm glad that you love her as well and that you are sending positive vibes her way because she definitely needs them. And, during this time, I don't want her to be stressed out. I just want her to be able to get done what needs to get done and be happy. But let's get started. Okay, so my days have been all off. I mean, like completely all off. I really, truthfully, only knew today was Thursday because I set an alarm to remind me to kind of send a little about on my Instagram stories and come back. So on Tuesday, I thought it was Monday. So I kept telling people, it's Monday. I said what I said and y'all better believe me. I rock with some of y'all because nobody corrected me. People was just like, okay, girl, do you. The problem with it really being Tuesday and me calling it Monday is that I miss Giving Tuesday. So now we're going to shout out for Giving Thursday. Like how I did that, right? It's still a T. It should still count. Truthfully, I feel like Giving Tuesday should not be the only day that you take time to give back. I think giving should be something that is a part of our lives and something that we do. They always say, to whom much is given, much is required. Share the wealth. I just want to shout out some organizations. If you are looking for some organizations to make donations to before the year ends, because, maybe you want that tax write-out. Of course, I'm going to shout out Susan G. Komen. You guys know how I feel about breast cancer. and I'm a part of several of their committees, and they are doing all they can to move this breast cancer thing gone and out of the way. While I have Sharon on, we should definitely shout out Pennies for a Cure. So Sharon provides these really great baskets to families that are dealing with breast cancer. And it's things that, at the time when you're dealing with it, you don't realize that you need, but you absolutely do. She does this out of the kindness of her heart. I saw that she just had a drive for blankets. Yes, Saving Pennies for a Cure. Please post the link as well so that people will be able to see the link. And if it's not too late, let them know if you're still accepting blankets. I realized that my blanket from Macy's did not send. I got an email from them. I need to check in and see what it is. But if you're still accepting them and you want me to send it, I definitely will. If not, or you want me to send something else, I will send that as well. Yes, it's a blanket drive. So post the link so people will know what to do, where to go, and all of that. If you're not sure what the link is or how to post it, let me know. And I will definitely make sure that the link gets in the comments. The next one is Angel in Disguise. I was just talking about Jersey. I told you guys to pray for her, but I also would like for you to make a donation to her organization. She does this all on her own. She uses her own car, her own gas, all of this. She's applied for grants and she applies to participate in other programs, but she still needs us. We all know that with COVID, everybody is really in need of help. And if you can help, please do so. Another organization that I just recently discovered is called Wonderfully Me. It's a nonprofit that supports young girls here in the Chester County, Pennsylvania area. So if you're not opposed to donating in areas where you don't live, that's a great one for you. Another one that I love, hold near and dear to me, is called Social Justice Cafe for Girls. So this organization, of course, supports girls. However, it does so much. From all gamuts, all areas of the spectrum. So definitely look them out and support them if you can. Once again, that's called Social Justice Cafe for Girls. The next one I want to remind you guys about is the Amistad Law Project. So if you are not familiar with that, what they do is they are trying to bring people out of the prison systems. If you were in there for like a small misdemeanor, and part of the reason why you got a 20-year sentence is because you cannot get adequate legal representation, it's not fair that you're going to be in there for 20 years, something that maybe you should have only been in there for 2 or 3 or whatever it is. So basically what they're doing is they are looking to do prison reform. They want to reunite families, and they want to put an end to anti-Black police policy. You heard that, right? Anti-Black policing policy, because we all know that the large majority of these people that are in these prisons are Black or people of color. And what happens is, because maybe they can't afford to get adequate representation, this is where they end up. We've seen all the stories, all the cases where people just didn't do their due diligence because they were like, oh, he's Black, he had to be the person, or oh, she's Black, it's not just men. So I think these are great projects to support. Of course, let's talk about YSC, Young Survivor Coalition. You guys know how I feel about that. It was my very first conference that I attended as a breast cancer survivor. And when I tell you, they welcomed me and they made me feel so great. And it was really what started my advocacy and really just showed me that just because you have something happening so negative on the outside doesn't mean, on the inside doesn't mean the outside has to have that as well. So definitely check them out. The other one I'm going to remind you about is BCRF, which is the Breast Cancer Research Fund. I spoke about them earlier in the year, and if you missed it, don't worry, they are still accepting donations. There's another one I want to remind you of. It's called Direct Relief. And basically what that is, it's a program where they are getting, they're collecting money to get isolation gowns, surgical masks, face shields, and all of that to provide to health workers throughout the U.S. Because we know what was happening when COVID first hit. We were seeing all of the cases where our healthcare workers did not have the proper PPE that they needed to do their jobs effectively. And people were dying and people were getting infected and did not need to be infected. So that is called Direct Relief. Please look into them. The other one is the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. So we know that this fund fights voter suppression, employment and housing discrimination, racial bias in the criminal justice system, there it is again, and discriminatory policies and practices in America's public schools. That is so key, guys, because the only way that we are going to bridge this gap and really make an impact is if we make donations and help them do the things that they need to do. Let me see, was that on my list? I think that was all on my list. If I forgot an organization that you think I should mention, please, by all means, drop it here and let me know. Tamara, yes, I see that you're asking, will I provide a list of these organizations on my page? I absolutely will, because I think it is so important that we do this. And once again, guys, if you have an organization that you would like me to shout out and mention for support, please, by all means, send it to me so that I can put it on the list. All right, so that is Giving Thursday. Now, let's talk about what's trending. Okay, guys? Okay, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I feel like so much has been going on that I didn't get, that I have so much to talk about. But I did narrow it down because we don't have that much time to chat, right? Okay, so let me tell you the first thing that I saw this morning that was trending: lock her up. So the first thing came to my mind was, oh my God, what is going on? Who are they trying to send to jail now? What is happening? Here's what Lock Her Up is about. So if you guys are unaware, they are now saying that the 2017 Inauguration Committee misused donor funds. Get me? You hear me when I said that, right? The 2017 Inauguration Committee misused donor funds. They're saying that they misused more than $1 million on lavish hotel rooms, lavish parties, events, buying gifts for people. Mind you, these are nonprofit funds that were supposed to be used for other things. Now, while you're thinking on that, I want you to think about also that right now, currently, there are still people donating to Trump's campaign. I'm not really sure why, because we've already seen that he's lost. I mean, numerous times at this point. We've gotten several reports of the states that he's lost, but there are still people that are donating to this campaign. I don't know why. If you have money to waste, I just gave you an amazing list of organizations, and I always take money, so feel free to send some my way. Why you would donate to a campaign that is over, not even technically, it is over. Now, he is saying that he's planning to run again in 4 years. I don't see it happening, but hey, who knows? So why not wait and donate when he gets a campaign up? Why are you sending money to something that makes no sense? I mean, of course, I want to say that I haven't heard any more news about lawsuits. I think he's done with that. I think he's done spending the millions of dollars on that. But you guys are just donating money to waste? I don't know. And maybe, I don't know. But anywho, they have Lock Her Up was in response to Ivanka Trump because she was a part of the committee and they deposed her the other day. And, you know, they're trying to gather all the information. So it looks like they've also deposed Melania Trump, Thomas Barrack Jr., who is a close friend of the president. Who knows? We'll see where that goes. But what I also want you guys to check out, if you happen to go on Twitter today, is I want you to go to Leslie Jones's page, okay? I need for you guys to hear her video montage of Trump giving his 46-minute speech. So, you know, he gave this speech about the lies about the election and why he lost and how it wasn't fair and how he was cheated. So many people watched this. Now, I watched the first like 10 minutes of it and I just had to turn it off. I couldn't watch it anymore. But so many people watched it, and as people are watching it, they're like, he's pointing to the wrong things. Like, he's saying one thing and pointing to something, but that's not what that says. And so, as always, he didn't know what he was talking about. You have to wonder who put that chart together and clearly didn't brief him. But she is going off. Now, if you are a minor, please ask your parents, because some of her language is a little harsh, but it's hilarious. I mean, and she's like, I don't care if you are a Trump supporter. I don't know why you're still supporting him. And if you don't want to follow me, unfollow me. I don't even care. Like, she's taken that stand. That's been the stance that a lot of other people have taken, just because, you know, as I stated, and I continue to state, you know, this election is about democracy and not Republican, Democrat. And if you clearly can't see that, then you are kind of living in a cloud that doesn't really exist, just so you know. But check that out. And then I want to talk about COVID. So I watch the reports every day because, you know, these numbers rising is really kind of like scary. And I'm trying to keep my family on alert, so I know when I need to lock everything back down again. We're still following all our procedures. We wear a mask. hand sanitizer, and we social distance as best we can. But I realize that right now it's just not enough because people are still out doing what they want to do. So let's talk about this. So there's a bar in Staten Island that was just shut down and apparently is going to be fined. And the guy will probably lose his liquor license because he hosted a large gathering. Why, dude? Why? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Then apparently you guys are so sex starved that you had to go to a swingers event in New Orleans. And now they're saying that that event is a super spreader. Are you kidding me? So you went to a swingers event. You all know what happens at a swingers event, right? So they're all just in there having sex with each other. And none of y'all wore masks? Come on, stop. But that's apparently what happened. Then we have in other news, I don't know if you guys watch reality, but I can't stop watching it. It is like an addiction for me. Real Housewives of Potomac. Some of you guys have been watching it. This season really has kind of been like a dud. They're drawing this story out. And I guess it was the only storyline that they have where Candace and Monique had a fight. Basically, Monique dragged Candace. And, a lot of people have different opinions on it. Some people are like, she deserved to be dragged because she had a mouth. Now, if you watch the show, you'll know that Candace likes to take you to that edge. So she's that type of person that she's going to keep digging. And normally people like that, right when they see that you're at your breaking point, they pull back. Well, she pushed a little further and Monique responded. And so it's been a whole big drawn out thing. And every week they're giving you like tidbits and they're talking about it. And they're like, oh, in the reunion, you'll see. And it's all on the show. And I realized that it's kind of sad that that's the only thing they have to talk about. But Candace is now on Twitter, like saying all these things. And apparently, fans are like, we're sick of you. We're tired of you. You're being so mean. You're this, you're that. And well, that's what she did. And they have been telling her off. So apparently now she's telling the fans off. So she is in a Twitter war with like 3 or 4 people where they are going back and forth arguing. Where they're telling her, you're dumb. You shouldn't have been doing this. And she's like reading them. What? Are you guys kidding me? Stop. Bravo. I need you guys to get a new storyline. I need this one to just end so Candace can go back to being who she is or better or whatever it's going to be. But like now the fact that it is happening where real people, quote unquote, are taking this so personal that now they're arguing with her. It's not that deep, people. I would hate for something to happen to her because she's walking down the street and, it gets crazy. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Get this twist. Let me read it to you. So Erica Jane, who is one of the wives on there, is married to Tom Giraldi. Now, he is being sued for fraud and embezzlement. So now what's happened is they were trying to say they were getting a divorce, but people believe that it is a lie and an attempt to hide money because they're being named in a suit for embezzling money from a Boeing airplane crash settlement. What kind of piece of shit do you have to be that you embezzle money from people who should have been paid for the pain and sufferings they felt as a result of their loved ones dying in a plane crash? You gotta be kidding me. So basically, it's saying that the money from a Boeing 737 airplane crash settlement was made to Illinois-based plaintiffs who had family members die in an accident. The incident occurred in October of 2018 when a flight operated by Indonesian Lion Air crashed into the Java Sea 13 minutes after taking off, and it killed all 189 passengers on board. Now, the complaint was filed against the firm that Giraldi works for. And it said that they haven't said the amount that they're seeking, but basically they're saying that they embezzled this money in order to continue funding their lavish Beverly Hills lifestyle. That is crazy. And I realized that and talking to people, there's a group I'm in on Facebook and we talk about these reality shows and we laugh a lot because we see that some of them, especially on Potomac, you see that they wear a lot of fake stuff. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then you think about it and you realize that probably on some of the other shows they wear fake stuff too, but I think it's just so noticeable in Potomac. But it's kind of like now that they're on the show and they're pretending to be these lavish, lush housewives, this is the appearance that they have to keep up. And so rather than just getting some fake stuff or faking it till you making it, apparently he embezzled this money. Shame, 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 shame on you. Okay. Final piece that I want to talk to you guys about. Now, Obama, President Barack Obama. I know he's still not the president, but I just like how it sounds. So let's say it again. President Barack Obama is receiving criticism because he is telling activists that we should stop saying defund the police and make it a statement that is a lot more clearer. So talk to me, you guys out there. When you heard defund the police, were you like, yes, yes? When you were in favor of it, were you against it? What did you think? Now, here's the problem. Defund the police, by definition, means to prevent from continuing to receive funds. That's what it means to defund something, meaning you'll take all the money away, they will no longer receive it. However, what is meant by the statement defunding the police basically means to reallocate or redirect funding away from the police departments to other government agencies that are funded by local municipalities. I'm sorry, guys, but I am in agreement with President Barack Obama. And here's why. When I first heard that statement, I was like, what? And then I sat and I read about it and I realized what was happening, the movement. They're talking about how they believe that if settlement money from police killings, let me say this again. They believe that money from the settlement where the police are involved in a murder or killing, however you want to call it, came from the police fund, the numbers would go down. So what they, in a sense, want to do is change the way all of this money flows in and out, right? Makes sense, right? Absolutely makes sense. And I get that maybe there's no cute or sexy way to say it, and that's the problem. But so many people, when they hear defund the police, they hear the negative part of it. And it's like, what do you mean take the money away from the police? We need the police. What do you mean? So if you watched any of those commercials that Trump put out during the election, that was one of the really big things for him. They're saying get rid of the police department, but that is not what they're saying. However, anytime you make a statement and then you need to follow it up with 3 or 4 paragraphs, you've already lost people. So if we could find something that would hit home with what everyone needed to know, what the idea and what the thought pattern is, it would be a lot easier. I don't know if you guys agree with me. It's fine if you don't, but I want you guys to think about that. I mean, a lot of elderly people are like, we need the police. I need the police to feel safe. But we're not saying get rid of the police. I've had this conversation with so many people that are older, and they're not going to take the time, unfortunately, to sit and read through paragraphs of what this movement is and how they're planning to do it. We need to make sure that the verbiage makes sense. And I get it for the young millennials out there who are driving this movement. You guys got it. You guys were on it. And, it's things that you say, but we got to think about other people who are also voting who made a difference. And that's part of what's going on. Oh, one other organization that I want you guys to think about donating to for Giving Thursday is, I can't even think of what it's called right now, but basically it is to help them with the voter events that they're doing in Georgia, because we know that Georgia has another race coming up in January. Don't worry, when I get the name of the organization, I'll post it below and there will be links for you guys to get as well. But back to defunding the police. So Tommy, what do you think about that? Because, we have to realize that when people hear words mean things. And no one has the time to dissect, oh, well, this is what they mean. You know what I mean? And people are coming down on President Barack Obama for saying that, but you shouldn't. You should realize that there are a lot of other people who are being affected by this. And it is also making them be like, no, I'm not doing it. Yes, no, agree, maybe so. I don't know. Holler back and let me know what your thoughts are. All right, so next up, let's talk about what the hottest toys or the hottest items seem to be for the season. Of course, it's Baby Yoda. Now, you can either get the plush Yoda or you can get the one who talks to you. He responds. He has a remote control, all of that. If you guys don't watch The Mandalorian, I don't know where you've been. It is a great show. And now that people watching it. The Baby Yoda, who Disney, of course, did not expect to be popular and fly off the charts. Everybody loves Baby Yoda, and it was part of the reason why people started watching the show again. So now they have some cool items for you for the holiday. If you find it, buy it. I promise you, even if you don't need it, somebody else you know might. The LOL Surprise Clubhouse. Now, I was introduced to LOL from a friend's daughter. She had this cute little person. I was asking her about it, and we sat down. Now, I love dolls. I've loved dolls all my life. I was so mad that my daughter just didn't pick it up the way I did because I wanted to play with her. But hey, what can you do? And so I told me all about it. Like, you open it, it's a surprise. So now they have a clubhouse for these dolls to be in. If you find it again, buy it. Because if you don't want it, somebody else might. And when you buy these things, don't price gouge them. Like, come on, let's stop that. The next item is the VTech Kitty Zoom Creator Camera Studio. You guys have got to see this. So that I'm sitting here talking to you guys, kind of doing like a vlog. That's what this does. It's something that your kid can do as a vlog. It is the cutest little thing ever. I don't have a little person, so of course I didn't buy it, but I've seen it in several stores. If you need to know where, let me know. The Crybabies. Oh my God, guys. This is the cutest doll ever. So when you pour her pacifier out her mouth, in the box that is anyway, she starts to cry. And it's a soft cry first and it gets a little louder. They're so cute. They have like a whole kit where it kind of reminds me of Doc McStuffins, where you can put the stethoscope on her and see how she's doing, all of that. These dolls are so cute. Love them, love them, love them. Crybabies. Of course, the Nintendo Switch. Guys, I need to tell you guys about my Nintendo Switch and how I was losing my mind trying to get one. Okay, so I wanted a Nintendo Switch at the beginning of the year, right? Or actually, I wanted to buy the Nintendo Switch last year. Didn't buy it, forgot about it. I was hemming and hawing. I went to some Nintendo events and I was like, I really need to get this. I think it's a great game, and I feel like moms should be gamers too. So I feel like the Nintendo Switch is the perfect game system for a mom. You can either do the little light or you can do the console one where you can also use it as a handheld light as well. I think it's great. They have some really fun games. My favorite game right now is boxing. We did buy Just Dance. I haven't tried it out, but my daughter loves Just Dance. Who knows? But I was searching everywhere for this game. It was sold out. The pandemic hit and it was even worse. And I'm like, what is going on? They could not keep them in stock. I was stalking Target, BJ's, Costco, all of those stores thinking, okay, you're going to get them in. They did not come in. Okay. One day I walked in and they all had them. So at some point in my life, I had 3 Nintendo Switch. And part of it was, one, I was like, somebody might need it. Hence the reason I bought it. Might not happen. I don't know. I want to make sure if it's needed, someone would have it. 2, there's several different ones. So the first one I got at Target was just a regular console. The second one I bought at BJ's, I bought it at Costco, was a bundle. So it came with a little bag. It came with money and a membership. And I was like, okay, well, let me just get it. So then as time went on, I realized that they were releasing different bundles. I was like, oh my God, now I don't know which one I want. Went back into Target, they had a bundle that gave you a direct download. So if you don't know anything about Nintendo Switch, basically what happens is it's connected online. As most of these new games are now, it's connected to an online account that you have, and you can either buy cartridges or download games. Now, what people have been telling me, if you can buy the download of the games, 1, if you have a membership, you get it at a discount, and 2, you don't have to worry about the little cartridges. The cartridge is about that little. And yes, if you have kids, it is easy to lose. So that's an option. So I found the bundle that I wanted with the download, took the other 2 back. Took one of them back and someone else bought the other one because she was looking for it for her child. The PS5. My goodness. Everybody's been looking for this. What's so crazy is that the first couple days that it was out, I was seeing them everywhere, but nobody told me that they wanted it. And then weeks later, I get phone calls. Hey, if you're out and you see a PS5, pick it up. Well, now I don't see it anywhere. And the only way to get it, apparently most stores right now, is other than camping out, which I'm not about to do. You can order them online, but when you order it online, you get in this queue and oftentimes you get kicked out, which has happened to me twice already. My goodness, I can't take it. The Xbox. Now, no one's really talking about the Xbox, so our Xbox is not a thing anymore. No one is loving it. Not that I've seen it in any stores, guys, so don't come messaging me, asking me. But I haven't seen it anywhere. And so I'm like, was not a thing of people not buying. I've seen controllers and all that stuff, and I've seen new games, but I haven't seen anyone up in arms about buying it. So I'm going to remind you guys, if you see any of these things, because they are the hottest toys, definitely make sure you pick them up. Yes, she wants the she wants the VTech. Oh, so Sharon is saying she has one and she's going to make an auction off of it. I need to buy that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Because what happens if you have an auction and you don't get the money? So here's my concern. I've gotten a lot of messages. So when I shared in a few groups that I'm in, I said, hey, if anybody's looking for Nintendo Switch, I have one. Somebody messaged me and was like, oh, how much are you selling it for? And I was like, what I paid with tax. I bought the insurance on it, all of that. And she's like, oh, well, you should sell it for more because people are selling them for like $500. I was like, why would I do that? I am not a price gouger. Like, I don't think it's fair. Like, maybe if you want to give somebody a little extra for their trouble or whatever, then fine. Okay, so Sharon is saying that she's doing this because her nonprofit organization needs funds. Tell me how much you want for it, because I'm going to buy it, and I don't want you price gouging it. That's not nice. Now, let me tell you what the other hot items are if you can get your hands on it. Y'all see that there? Lysol. Show y'all what else. Yeah, wipes. So today, I was out shopping, and I was actually out trying to get more Christmas decorations. I'm going to decorate my outside. Definitely going to make sure that I let you guys see that. I'm pretty excited. Really, I'm excited about it. But I'm excited this year because I feel like things are so different. We need that to kind of cheer us up. And I said, let me just run into BJ's really quickly and see what they have. Lo and behold, they had wipes. And so I grabbed them. I actually grabbed them, and what I do is they come 4 or 5 in a pack, and then I open the pack and I split them. I give some to my mom, give some to my sister, my niece, whatever. So I believe in giving back. So what I'm going to do is, if you are in the Philadelphia area, one of my holiday giving items is going to be a can of Lysol and a can of wipes. Look at that. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about for holiday giving, you should go to YouTube. That is youtube.com/Tamika Talks, where I am doing a Vlogmas. And my Vlogmas means that every day for this month, you will get a video from me about whatever. Go check out the last 2 that have launched and let me know your thoughts on the last one. I talk about my first giveaway, which is courtesy of Organic Valley. If you've been following me, you guys know I am obsessed with Organic Valley. I try to buy organic products as often as I can because I feel good about them, and I want to make sure that I keep my family healthy and safe. That goes to boosting your immune system. Well, I'm doing a campaign with them about milk and cookies. So I got my family together, and we were attempting to bake some cookies. Check it out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you enter. The giveaway ends next week. And basically what you get in the giveaway is, of course, you will get this lovely mug. You will also get a $50 gift card, and you will get 2 months supply of Organic Valley. Basically anything you want. Now, let me tell you what you should buy if you need some suggestions. That grass-fed milk, something to die for. I'm trying to tell you. The cheese that they slice, the sliced cheese, it's not thinly sliced, it's thick sliced. Yum, yum, yum. I love that. Really, any of the cheeses you can't go wrong with. I buy the eggs. I buy the creamer. You name it, I probably have it. My daughter is obsessed with the chocolate milk. So those are just some suggestions. And oftentimes you can catch it on sale. But if you have a coupon where you're getting it for 2 months of it for free, you can't go wrong. So don't forget, that entry is on Instagram. So make sure you go there and check it out. Let me see. I think that is all. Let me see. She says, oh, they have Lysol for cancer patients in treatment. Wow, look at that. So if you are in Virginia and you are a cancer patient in treatment, they have Lysol for you. That is good to know. And I feel like some of these organizations should reach out to the companies to figure out how they can pair up, because I do in treatment, your immune system is extremely low. And while you probably can't be the one to spray it because you don't want to, the fumes and all of that, because I'm really anti-toxic, but I realize that we need to make sure that we use some toxin right now to kill this coronavirus as best we can. Maybe you can get someone else to spray it. Like maybe they spray it before you come in, or once you leave out, we got to do what we can. And I want to make sure you guys get to meet Mr. Claus. Isn't he just cute as can be? Yes, he is. And I was out at Trader Joe's today and I grabbed me some more flowers. But guys, that's all I have for you today. Wanted to make sure that I checked in and said hi. I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. Don't forget to follow along on YouTube where you'll get the Vlogmas, and there are going to be lots of giveaways. I have 12 planned. One already dropped. I just gave you a preview to what the next one is going to be, this Lysol products. And if I find some more, I'm going to include some more as well. But other than that, that is all I have for you guys. Have an amazing week. And don't forget, check those boobs. See ya.